Okay, since I can't dish out so many mods that support bots, well, like playability in that case. So I'm gonna teach you on how to actually implement them into your own projects. So make sure you have this subscribed to, okay? Next, we gotta make sure we have tools. Okay, we have tools and we go to the editor. I'm gonna do this all from scratch, like a tutorial project. And this way, we should be able to give you a basic understanding on how AI bots actually work. So, first off, we need a new world. Now, I assume you have basic understanding of this engine. You have to, otherwise it's just gonna be mind blown. It's not easy. Okay. So the first thing we need to do is just press Ctrl F, make sure world info is typed in, hit OK, and go to game title, global game parameters, and it should say player parameters, test bot parameters, no, co-op NPC parameters. If you see co-op NPC project never alone, that means it's working. That's all you need to know. So first off, I'm just gonna add a little navigable cube, make sure the collision's on, and so on and so forth. Okay, I'm gonna save as tutorial AI. Okay. So to start off, we first need navigation. And if you go to rendering and choose navigation, you'll see that there is none, which means your AI is gonna be blind and functionless. To fix this, just press B, and it says big domains navigation, not visibility. We need navigation checked, so we hit OK, and that's where the AI can go. The red areas will most likely they will run into or stand still by it. But if we did it like this, and if you wanted your AI to transition to this place, we'll have to create a path. And if you don't do it and you have it like this, so if they try to cross, they will teleport. Okay, I'm gonna show you how to fix this. So the first thing is we need everything's gonna be in logic, so this is gonna be our starting area. Let's make it face it here. Type in Control F, world info, entity, to the bottom data, first chapter, this one. First chapter, please, boss, please. Okay, first chapter, and we got in the filter, we're gonna type in bot. It says bot chapter path marker is this. Oh wait, sorry about that. First we need bot chapter path markers. Select your chapter and do it. Assign it to this one. All I had to do is just click on this green picker tool and just select your bot markers, or you can do this via array like this. Whatever is easiest for you. So here's how they work. Once they spawn in, they will see this. And if we get rid of all the filters, we can do some logical thinking inside this chapter. So here's the first thing we can do. Go to entity list and choose, we need more bot take action marker. It's not really always necessary, but that's how I start laying out my AI. So for instance, you can only have up to 2 of those maximum before they start breaking, because they can only see one path and that's it. They await another chapter to start. So we're gonna add the script, don't worry about it, there's nothing hard about this code. But first let's make sure our bot's spawning in. and they won't because we forgot something. NPC spawn marker. Nope, not that. Player bot manager. There. And you can give some options on what kind of things you want them to do here. I personally leave it be, or for safety reasons I just choose them for game parameters, and you can choose how they react to your world. Okay, let's see if we can properly start the game. Okay, we're in the world. Oh, I forgot. Now that you're in your world, you need to know how to open cheats. So you press the console key and type this in. And excuse my language. There we go. And it should say developer cheats enabled. Now press F10, F3, spawn co-op NPC. So let's try maybe. As you see here, the AI navigated to its chapter exactly right here. So how do we make it transition towards this area? But the first thing I'm gonna do is actually downscale the cube over here. Delete you. Just do it like so. Rebake the navigation. And now you may notice that we rebake the navigation. We don't see the navigation over here, which means the bots are gonna be blind once they reach that area. So all you have to do is just copy and paste the chapter so the game knows where the playable area is. And there you see, both areas have navigation, but there's red lines, which is problematic, and I'm going to show you on how to fix it. But the first thing we want to do is make it, let's give it a name like a start, then area 1 checkpoint. So we can just copy this again, and this time we're gonna do next marker over here, or like so. Selection ranges, enable that so we know that it's working, and we'll put it here. Now here's the problem: the bots will teleport. Why do they do that? It's because they tried, when you put a marker, the game assumes it will immediately futurely simulate on where the bots will go, and that's why they teleport. To fix this is we need an actual path. So let's suppose we can just search for some bridges maybe. So just type in bridge model. No, keep going. There we go. Like this. And let's make sure it's like, you must be very precise with these navigations because this engine is not that great when it comes to navigable space rendering. Okay, so now the problem is that it still creates red lines, and we need to adjust it like once more again. And maybe leave it like here. As you see here. Now that's Crow Team's model, and by default it always will have this issue, except not on original maps because they have other models that fixes this. And that's the hardest problem to tackle. As you see here, it cuts off around here, so here's how I fix it. Even though we can traverse it normally, but the AI won't. Here's what I do. To fix this, we go to Tools and choose Barrier Field. And what I like to do is to add a terrain that kind of encompasses the area we want them to traverse on. Press plus and go to polygon, press N key, Q, make sure it's negative y-axis, and do it like that. which means now the AI has no choice but to navigate over this mesh. Enable collision mesh, of course, and if we break the navigation again and remove that, the bots will go through this way because there's a yellow line, which is fine, they can traverse that, but if they try to go forward, it's gonna be problematic. And what I did is pressed Alt X to hide it, to see the navigation, and Alt A to unhide it. So if you want to readjust, you can just go back to the same barrier field and keep on doing what you want to do to fix this issue. The other issue is to realign, the solution is to realign the models. But now we did some realignments, we see that it causes different loops of the red areas, but this time they won't go through here because there's a red line over here. They will go through this place. So let's assume we want them to go like this. And if they teleport, remember, it's because there's a red line. Yeah, as I suspected it. Now, let's suppose we want to change the chapter. Let's say a checkpoint has been reached. So all we have to do is just copy this again. Copy another one next to your checkpoint. Remember, as I said before, the bots can only see 2 checkpoints. That's it. The 2 chapter points. One that goes to the finish line and start over the process. So we select area 1 checkpoint to have in the filter bot chapter path marker, this one. So it's gonna be here. I'm gonna copy over this next marker here, over here. Okay, now Alt A, so your barrier, we can just copy and paste it. But what I like to do instead of copying and pasting, because you do need to save them, what I like to do is just copy over the whole mesh. Select it, Control V, Control C, Control V, and just move it on where on the problematic area. It's like applying a bandage, although that's how it feels like. And let's see if it fixes it. I hate it. Great. Let's see. I don't see any red lines, so it should be fine. But the problem is the bot will go here, I mean right over here, but won't go here. Even if you put next marker here, there's a chance they will stay in that marker because they finished their task. So I added a script somewhere, yeah, over here. So I'm gonna, like, since many of you may know how to use detectors, it's not that rocket science. So when the bot reaches this area, we must make sure it also triggers NPCs as well, because bots are part of NPC logic and player together. But just in case, I leave the sensitivity to this. And then area 1, we can type this in so we know. That's up to you and how you wanna name it. So first off, just copy what I do. I typed wait, so the script stands still forever on event on what's about to happen and what kind of entity we're dealing with. So Control Shift Alt, drag it here, press the dot and activate it, close it, and Control Shift Alt again, and just 2 dots, start void, which void means this. Okay, so when the bot reaches that, let's see if it works. That's why the collision did not work. Because Crow Team didn't put the collision here. But you see that? It works. They actually managed to at least try to go there. But that's the problematic model we used. So I'm just gonna perhaps do this properly. Okay, again. Go, my faithful, loyal subject. Chapter started, and we can also hit Control Console, press 9 on the numpad, and we'll see here that's exactly what we did on how they made them move. Okay, so next task. What if we added some, well, items? So let's try that. First thing we're gonna deal is with spawners and how the bots react to them. So let's suppose we want armor 1. And I'm gonna scatter them around, like so. Control E to select multiple with the same name. Choose spawner. Test spawn area start. That's how I like to name my things. Let's suppose this area is closed and we want the bots to immediately first pick up the items before proceeding. So here's how we'll do that. We're getting to the hard part. Now by default, bots will know. We can even test this. By default, they will know when to pick them up. I'll add a wait delay. So it doesn't. So the bot gets registered immediately to its site on what to pick. So spawn 1. Let's see. Perfect. So spawners don't need to be manually added to the chapter, but if you're working, let's now delete this. Not all of it, just this. Now, here's how you manually add specific items that are not spawners, like regular loot. So, by default, if we played it, the bot will ignore them. He will only go through there only to get to its location. So the first thing is this. So we'll select our starting chapter, and you see here, add chapter item. There's 2 ways of doing this: hard way and easy way. The easy way is this: choose bot here, add selected items to a marker next to this one, and choose CPM start. As you see here, our first chapter items are now here. Problem is with this engine, this is not my mod's fault, no, and I don't blame anyone, except I'm pointing out an issue. If you have too many chapters, chances are this function won't find your chapter, so you'll have to do this manually. And here's how I'll show you how to do this manually now. So the chapter gets started from here. Once the bot reaches this detector, he will realize that he needs to go here. So I'll let him know that there's some items we need to pick. So this time, area bridge, area item use here. So okay, so we'll want the bot to pick up these 3. Make sure they're also not on the red zone, otherwise you know, I told you about this before, they won't work there. where it says add chapter items, select your next upcoming chapter, which is area 1 checkpoint, area 1 checkpoint PM. Add chapter item, do it like so, do it again here, make sure it's all 3, and as you see here, it's been added right over here. If you don't want them, you can just make sure it's all orange selection and just hit the X if you don't want it, like that. I'm gonna do this again because I deleted everything. Yes, perfecto, amigo. Okay. And when this chapter starts, they will pick up these items. And over here, we'll make another 3 items for them to pick. Add chapter item, add chapter item over here, add chapter item over here. Let's see if he picks up all of them. But the first thing I'm gonna do is for debugging purposes, is to make them one-time picked. So should be only first player picks. Okay, let's see if the bot collects all of the armor pieces. You're doing great, keep going. Nothing here, keep going. Yeah. No, we didn't want those. So here's another issue that I can give you some insight on. Starting chapters, the bots aren't really that important. So since it navigated to this path marker and started ignoring those items, we can also to double check if they pick up these items on the progression path of theirs. Okay. See that? Okay, keep going. And there you have it. This is all very basic. If your map is really complex, I feel sorry for you if you're not gonna tackle this issue. I really do. But if you add weapons and stuff, they will pick it up. They just won't use gadgets and skills. That's all. They're like NPCs, but smarter, way smarter. And I think that's about it, honestly. Okay, so here's another thing. Let's suppose we have a locked door. So to tackle another logic, we're gonna need static geometry. So just like static model, choose a wall. That's about it. Now, let's suppose maybe this is a door, okay? The first thing we want to do is type in nav and make sure it's ignored. Since it's gonna be ignored, yes, the bots will walk into it and won't go around it. But what I'm trying to show you is how to use one-time events per each bot if you have multiple of them. So, we go to logic, choose this one. Bot take action path marker, which is in logic, should be like this one, exactly, yep. Bot take action marker, that's what we want. And choose our first starting point, and should say take action marker 0. Okay, we're gonna actually, you can just choose add take action marker like this. Bam. Now it says it's 1. You can open it, or do it like this manually, because we have to do some flags. So it's like must reach marker. It's important. must complete to proceed. And there should be actions. Yeah, bot marker actions. Let's suppose we want them to use this area. Like it's, as I said before, imagine that this is a door. So we go back to our script and select this pretend door. In the name, so I don't know exactly what I'm pasting into my code. Enable usage, 2 dots, wait event. We can just now copy this, press the dot used. Okay, and once it's used, we're gonna make sure the pretend door disappears. And we're gonna make sure that this marker is no longer useful. So we're just gonna drag and drop that marker in, press 2 dots, and it should say deactivate, like that. Yeah, and hopefully that works, because it doesn't always work. Bot marker actions. Use take entity. Choose use take entity on the door. And let's see if that works. Actually, we need to get you closer, like that. Let's see if we can solve this puzzle. Oh, doesn't mass collision. We can't use it. Oh, that's why. Make sure control from script, game scripting. Otherwise it won't know. And as well, we can add more bots, of course, so more than we need. 2 of them got into the looping state, which eventually gets deactivated because of our script. As you see here, they all moved on. That's all. So make sure you do, if you're planning on certain one-time actions per bot, if it's for only one time, use the deactivate function on bot take action markers. If you want them to do a precise movements, then you can add the take action path markers, like these tiny ones. So this is how you do it. So for instance, you want them first to next marker, of course, here. A must reach marker in the flags, it's important, so they know that it's a must. We'll add another next marker over here. Well, once they stop doing this, or you can reverse the order, but first let me actually check if it actually works. Let me do the navigation. So they used it because, again, use your lines. Look at the lines. First here, go here, here, and once that's done, get rid of that logic and go to the chapter. I know this is confusing, but that's the only easiest way I can help you out on how to actually include them into your own projects. So the next thing, as I said, we can reverse the order, I think, if that's possible. I'm just gonna remove this one. Add take action marker. No, you can't do that. You can't reverse it, so that's gonna be a problem. But this way, they will execute this command and precisely go here, here, and then continue. And in case if they loop behind, as when the AI actually goes back to the start and repeats, that means only one thing. You have a chapter that hasn't been started yet, so they lose focus on which the chapter to go next, so they start from scratch. So manage your chapters with the script as shown here. That's all you need to know for the basic knowledge. Go to this chapter, so when the trigger is activated, this chapter will start. Not only that, but if we go to the entity and in the filter type in bot, and it says bot chapter path marker, which is this one, has a start and a finish. And this one doesn't have any chapter whatsoever, which means this is their finish line. And if you want to add more, copy this, and there you have it. And the next thing you need to do is just make sure it starts with the script. So I just named this checkpoint 2. Oh, it's because it's already tied to this, so we can remove that. There we go. Now it's not tied, and it allowed us to adjust its name. And there you have it. So let's suppose we can, for fun, do wait delay 10. So we'll have to give some time so to can go back. So okay, this is our start, this is our finish. So on the start, go to entity, next marker over here, finish, back to over here. Let's see them in action. Did not work. Okay, so let's make them go back, we'll have to reiterate our logic. So the first thing is, oh, it's my fault. Remember, chapters, it's really important. That's how they see world, that's how they were designed. Now let's try again. There you have it. So make use of these little simple code lines into your world, and I'm sure they'll do wonders for you. Remember to use barriers, just don't forget to save them to correct any navigational issues, because by default, if we baked it without the barriers, it actually fixed it even better. But regardless, that's how you correct it in case it doesn't fixes it. So add the terrain sculpted around your part of the area they want to traverse. Don't forget to hide it. Don't worry, if it's hidden in the editor, it will stay hidden in the game as well. That's all there's to it. So I hope you understand how you can basically iterate your own AI bots into your own project, like I did. There's more stuff will come out from me and perhaps others based on this little video. So good luck, and put stuff in the comments in case you get confused. I'll hopefully I can clear some things out. So till next time.